Mind games, surprising psychological tricks that work on almost everyone. Our minds are fascinating and complex, and there are certain psychological tricks that can be used to influence our thoughts and behaviors. Here are some surprising psychological tricks that work on almost everyone. 1. The foot in the door technique. This technique involves making a small request first, and then following it up with a larger request. People are more likely to agree to the larger request if they have already agreed to the smaller one. 2. The door in the face technique. This technique involves making a large, unreasonable request first, and then following it up with a smaller, more reasonable request. People are more likely to agree to the smaller request because it seems less demanding compared to the first one. 3. Social proof. People are more likely to follow the behavior of others, especially if they believe those others are similar to them. This is known as social proof. 4. Scarcity. The perception of scarcity can make things seem more desirable. If something is perceived as rare or limited, people are more likely to want it. 5. Reciprocity. The principle of reciprocity states that people are more likely to return a favor if they have received one. This can be used to influence people's behavior. 6. Anchoring. Anchoring is the tendency to rely heavily on the first piece of information we receive when making decisions. This can be used to influence people's perceptions of value. 7. The halo effect. The halo effect is the tendency to form a positive impression of someone based on a single positive trait. This can be used to influence people's opinions of others. The contrast effect. The contrast effect is the tendency to perceive things differently based on what we've recently experienced. This can be used to influence people's perceptions of products, services, or people. These are just a few examples of psychological tricks that can be used to influence people's thoughts and behaviors. While these techniques can be effective, it's important to use them ethically and responsibly.